Today we are starting a special new series. It is called Pushing the Limits. Guy Hagi is exploring how surfers are walking that fine line between catching the world's biggest waves and living to tell that story. Excited about this, Guy?
Yeah, it's been a whole lot of fun for the last several weeks getting to interact with these guys, but I tell you, I hold them at such high esteem because of what they do.
No kidding. They're incredible athletes.
Yeah, incredible athletes for sure. Now this week we talked to a local surfer who caught one of the biggest waves ever surfed in Hawaii. Talk about women pushing the limits, and I hop into the water to learn some life-saving techniques. Now surfers are paddling into life-threatening conditions. The thrills are greater, but the wipeouts are inevitable and more horrific. So how do they survive? A North Shore surfer has designed a course to help prepare surfers for the beatings. It's amazing how these athletes can survive being held deep underwater until their lungs burst, all the while being shaken like a rag doll. But thanks to RICARDO TAVEIRA, some of them are more prepared than ever. RICARDO is a big wave surfer and a certified dive master. He's developed a training course for big wave surf survival based on his experiences out at Waimea as a surfer and from the depths as a freediver.
Safety. Well, the idea was train myself and all my friends to surf Waimea Bay because it is a big wave spot and you can get hold down for a long time. So the idea was to just be more comfortable. So relax.
RICARDO's two-day course starts with a classroom session. They go over the curriculum with a focus being a breathing technique.
And engage and push your hand forward.
Using the diaphragm to fill up the lungs for maximum capacity. That and relaxation, which is key to the entire course. At this point, most people can hold their breath for about 30 to 40 seconds.
Relax the diaphragm, let the air out. I decided to implement both trainings to create a specific training for big wave surfing, and that's what we have now. It's been about 8 years developing to what it is today. We're gonna go ahead and do our first apnea exercise.
A few months ago, I went through the course, and even though I'm an experienced surfer, the exercises had me gasping, but it was doable.
The course is not difficult, it's just challenging. And a lot of people think I can never hold my breath for 3, 4, 5 minutes, but everybody can.
This one is really tough.
You become more focused, you have more energy, more aware of the situation. Expands, suck it in.
The next day, the group goes to the beach for more exercises. Exercises that are meant to simulate a big wave hold down, the emphasis being relaxation.
Using a breathing pattern, you can control your fear. You can somewhat stabilize your fear so it doesn't develop into panic. Because the whole idea is to work with panic, because panic is what kills people.
After the course is done, the breath hold times are amazing. Some could hold their breath up to 5 minutes. Of course, that doesn't guarantee survival in high surf, but it certainly increases self-confidence, which will help the next time the situation gets a bit dicey. So it's no wonder more and more people around the world are interested in what RICARDO is teaching.
And it's been a great experience for me to visit places like New Caledonia, Fiji, Chile. Where I'm from, Brazil, it's a huge water safety mentality right now. California, Canada, Japan, even Japan, we're trying to make it over there.
So it's a lot of work, but it's a 2-day session that RICARDO teaches, and I've seen everybody take that course from really experienced guys to women who just are learning how to surf. It's amazing.
I can't imagine holding your breath that long.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. I mean, maybe 10 seconds for me. What did you get up to after this course?
Well, when I started out at 40 seconds.
Okay.
By the end of a day and a half of training, 3.5 minutes
You're kidding.
of holding my breath. And that's just me, but there were other girls who were experiencing yoga. They were the ones that could push it to 5 minutes.
Huh.
The relaxation thing, though, I mean, that's key, but that's really hard to do because that's, all up in the head.
Yeah, it is, but he has some great techniques on how to teach it. Yeah.
It's one thing to hold your breath, but when you're under that much pressure and you're underwater and you're being dragged in the reef, it's a mental thing as well.
That's right. The key is feeling comfortable being uncomfortable. Yeah. And I'd like to thank Hugh Gentry. He gave us all those beautiful underwater shots as well.
Yeah.
Mahalo to Hugh.
He is a great photog.
He is.
Now, don't forget, tomorrow we talk to a shaper on the North Shore. John Carper has been working with local surfers like Shane Dorian to make specialized boards so they can paddle into the world's largest waves. Crazy stuff.